On a cold and frosty morning. Good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from FishOn TV, and it's freezing today. Absolutely freezing. It's just warmed up to a lovely 1 degrees, and today I'm proper looking forward to this today. Even though it's freezing, it is going to warm up a little bit today to about a mighty 5 or 6 degrees. Only things I know that live in them temperatures are in my fridge. God, must be crazy, absolutely crazy. So it has been de-ice time this morning. It was -2. I'll certainly be wearing this beauty today. And today I am fishing in a qualifier for the Golden Rod at Carr Dam. So really looking forward to that. I spoke to a guy called Joey. He seems nice. He's been giving me a little bit of info. I'll be seeing him this morning at the draw. I'll be having my breakfast at the Toby Carvery. So that's first. We're just waiting for it to open. There's a few mighty fishermen waiting out over there already. So looking forward to that. And looking forward to the full day's fishing. So I've absolutely no idea what to expect. I've never fished it before. I do know, when I've checked some recent results from what Joey was telling me yesterday, it's fishing rock hard. It could be Watterlick time. It could be one of them, and that's a Yorkshire term for catching absolutely bagger all. So just what we say, Watterlicked, if you've caught nothing. I've not had one for a while. This could be one of them venues. Southfield Reservoir can do it to you, as Bag Up TV knows. And I think I mentioned it in my last video, but it's going to be fishing just for bites today. £4 or £5 has been winning recently. £18 won it yesterday, according to Joey, but a guy luckily hooked into a £13 carp, so he ended up with £18, but the rest of his day he backed it up with sort of £5 skimmers. So we'll be after roach and skimmers. They can go up to £3 or £4, I've been told, maybe an odd one bigger. It's feeder fishing, it's feeder only. And you know, I'm going to have 2 lines. I'll be having 1 line. Again, talking to Joe, he's going to give me a bit more info once I've drawn my peg. It seems like a 40 to 50 metre line and a 15 to 25 metre line. So you've got 2 lines and obviously rotate them, which seems to be the norm. So I'll be chucking a bomb out there to start with to find out where the deeper water is. Just see what my peg's like. He says there can be a few snags knocking about, so I'll be looking for those as well. But again, even though it's this cold, and I left it with my mate's birthday bash last night, and I left it at 9:30. I had a few pints, but they're all shaking their heads at me, thinking I'm absolutely crazy. Anyway, it's absolutely freezing out there. You're off your head, man. Well, that's what it is, isn't it? It's what you do if you want to enter these competitions. You have to put up with a little bit of, it's 1 degree. I mean, it's not too bad, is it? Toasty. So I'm going to go have my breakfast. I'll take my camera in, and we shall see you at the draw. So fingers crossed. We'll see if we get a few pulls today. So we'll see you soon. Ta-da. Drive down the road, yellow gates on the way to the side, park with yellow gates on the left. So that's down the road, back down the back, and then you see, go over the way there, and then you'll see concrete wall on the left hand side where we've got that road. Next to you, all over. Do you want me to take hold as well? No, wait till it's filled in. And that's pull that one. Oh, is that one as well? Yeah, you're doing all that. Have you got scales, yeah? Yeah. Unlucky. What for? 79. It's a flyer. Is it? Top and drop. It's a good price. Really is winning, potential winning price there. Apparently I've drawn a flyer. Let's have a word with Jamie Harris and see if he can give me advice on this. 79, Jamie, what do you reckon?
I've no. Oh, it's
Tommy fished a while,
before that point. Is that point 88, 81? You're looking
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll see you down there anyway.
Yeah, I've got the board.
You've got the board, have you?
Yeah, because mine.
Right, fisher people, you saw what peg I drew, peg 79, and as you can see, what a stunning venue this is, beautiful. Only thing that's missing at the minute is bites, and locals are not very friendly around here, you know. Martin at side of me won't even tell me his name. He's just giggling, look. See if you can see him, look. There we go, look. Give him a wave. That's Martin. He reckons he's just had a roach bite, but you know what these lads over here from Lancashire are like. Always telling porkies. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you see where we are. Dead simple approach. I've got one about 20 metres and one at 35. It's not great for for launching casts out here. It's not ideal bream weather. It's flat calm, but it is a beautiful day. It's freezing, but it's beautiful, and I think Martin's just hooked into one actually. Oh, yes, he's definitely into a fish. So nice one, Martin. Right, how rude for the battery to go flat on me earlier. Right, we're 45 minutes in, and Martin at the side of me is he's into another little roach. He's had 2 little skimmers and 2 little roach. Now I've had no indications, but 3 sets of busted maggots, and I've just missed a tiny little tap. And the look of it, I think it's these roach that Martin's catching at the side of me. I've just heard a guy saying that people are catching roach and stuff, so at least we are getting 1 or 2 bites. But it ain't over yet. I don't think he's got a pound in his net yet. I'll be on his shirt tail, don't worry about that. So, but it's a gorgeous day, absolutely beautiful. I just need to stop being semi-skimmed and try and catch a few fish and hook 1 or 2. So I think the guy to me right, Dave, I think he's had a couple of skimmers with the sound of it as well. But they're not exactly heaving the rod round at the minute. At the minute I'm on my short line, Martin's on his long line. It looks he's about the same distance as me, about 30-35 metres. So like I said, my 2 lines, I've got a short line at about 20 metres and the other one at 35 metres. I've put a little bit of bait out there on 35 metres. If I don't have any joy on this, I'm going to give that a go, because that's where he's catching his fish at the minute. I need to pinch some of his fish. He's just giggling at me. It's like War of the Roses all over again. So I shall give you an update, or if I hook into one, I'll switch you back on. Speak to you soon, over and out. Little skimmer. Oh, they're all welcome. I'm after him, I'm after Martin. He's just been having a Jimmy Riddle. I thought I'd best not put that on camera, especially if kids are watching. You don't want to be frightening people. I've never met him before. I think he thinks I'm some kind of lunatic that's turned up. Right, you had to see that one, because you never know at this time of year how many you're going to get. Well, that's on my short line. I won't tell you what I caught it on, because Martin might hear me. See you soon. Right, fisher people, I've had another skimmer. Martin's just had another. I think that's just put him just in front of me again, because I think mine were a little bit bigger than his. So we're having a right battle between us here. It's good fun. I think he likes my sense of humour, or he's just taking piss out of me basically. Anyway, so I've just gone on my, I did put a feeder full on my long line, Martin's catching on his long line, so I've just gone out on my long line as well. I've gone 10 minutes without a fish on my short line, but I did just want to put a bit more bait out there. Not overkill though. So I'm just going to give it 5 minutes on this, resting the short line for 5 minutes. I'm going to go back on that because I have been getting bites there. I've still not told Martin what I'm catching on. So that's where we are at the minute. I mean, look at the sun over the other side. They'll be lovely and warm. And we're freezing here. Martin's onto his second flask of coffee. I'm just about to have a cup myself, so camera angle's not great because it's quite deep here, so I can't put it where I can just talk to you easy. I have to keep turning round and hopefully not miss any bites. So that's the update at the minute. I don't think Martin. Will you have a pound yet, Martin?
That was probably a pound, not last time.
Oh, he's just having about a pound, so he's definitely well in front of me. Mine were about 6 ounce a piece, something like that, and a little roach. So he's in front at the minute. So we'll see how we go. I could just do a nice bonus fish, just to put me back in front. And I'll give you an update as soon as we get a few more. See you soon. Right, another little update for you. We're 2 hours in. Martin's actually having another tiddle. Can you believe that? He's trying to put me off best he can. Now, he's not had another fish since that bream skimmer. He had one about a pound. I've had a little perch and 2 roach. At least I'm getting bites and one or two fish. So could just do a couple of bonus fish, but thoroughly enjoying it. Good company is Martin, bless him. I've heard his brother's doing quite well. What's he had?
Bream, 2 good skimmers.
Had 2 good skimmers and a bream, so what, 4 or 5 pound?
Yeah, about £4 I reckon.
About £4, so that's he's doing quite well. We could just do with a couple of those bream cells, me and Martin. He's, like I say, he got it on method feeder. The better quality, but he didn't have anything after that. He's gone back to his normal feeder now. I'm still on my short line. I had 5 minutes or so, well 8 minutes actually, on my long line, mainly just to refeed it. I'm probably going to go out there and put a few more particles down more than ground bait. I'll probably hit it with a window feeder shortly, and I might even put a couple of pieces of corn in just to see if we can attract a bonus fish. You never know. So that's where we are at the minute. Absolutely freezing where we are, so that's why me and Martin's drinking coffee and going to the loo every 2 minutes. But yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. Just fingers crossed for a couple of decent pulls and a couple of decent fish. So, oh, I've just had a very slight touch. Is that going to be another roach? But these roach are only about an ounce. I've had a perch that were almost see-through. Oh, there we go. Could be another little roach, maybe. Is it on? Can't tell if it's on. It's tiny. No, I don't think I have. I've missed it. Right, so been semi-skimmed, missed it. Right, so we'll give you an update, and if I hook into anything decent, busted maggot there. So yep, I did miss it. Tiny little roach. That's usually a sign of roach, a busted maggot. So I'll be in touch once there's a bit more action. It's an action camera, but there's not that much action actually happening at the minute. So we'll see how we crack on. Give you an update shortly. Right people, squeaky seat. Just a quick update, there's 2 hours to go, and yet Martin's having another Jimmy Riddle. I'm not kidding, he's unbelievable. So he's still not had another fish since that £1 skimmer. I've had 2 little roach and a couple of taps, but apart from that we're struggling a little bit. We think his brother's probably winning the zone at the minute with about £4-ish, something like that. So we need a couple of bonus fish between us. I've kept alternating my short line to my long line. I had a couple of taps on my long line. I put the window feed on there, like I said. So I've left some bait out there. I've tried my short line. I didn't have a bite on that one. Actually, just trying about 15 metres out, just to make sure we're not casting over any fish. You never know. It's worth a quick look, because there's nothing else spoiling at the minute. So I'm going to give this about 7 or 8 minutes, and if I don't have a response on that, I'll go back on my short line We'll have half an hour on that. We'll go back on the long line after that one, just to see if we can pick a few fish up. So I'm thinking maybe putting an extra 2 or 3 yards on my short line, just in case any fish that were there have backed off a little bit. So that's the update. We're not exactly filling his keep nets up, but we're doing his best. You can only do your best. So I'll get back in touch with you as soon as we hook into something. If I get something decent, I'll switch you back on. See you soon. Right folks, I just thought I'd let you have a... Let me clip this. Right folks, I just thought I'd let you have a look. I'm getting bites, but I'm not going to build any weight up with them, am I? Martin's just laughing his socks off here. So they're the bites I'm getting. They're the roach. I'm getting a few of them, but nowhere enough. So I'll bob him in the net. I'll let you know if I get out bigger. See you soon. Right then folks, an update for you. I have had 2 more roach, but being semi-skimmed, as I'm grabbing them, they've just fallen off and gone straight between the platform and gone in, so that's no good. Comedy of errors. We've got about an hour to go, I think, yeah, an hour and 5 minutes. Martin's, he's not had anything for the last couple of hours. He's had a few more Jimmy Riddles. Drinking coffee like it's going out of fashion because it's absolutely freezing here. I think they've been using suntan lotion over there, so I've tried my long line. Like I say, I had a couple of little roach in my long line, but nothing to shout about. I've had more bites on my short line, which I've gone back on again. It's been in 3 minutes. I've not had a sign just yet, so it seems to have gone quiet around here. I know the guy to my right says he's got 3 skimmers and 2 roach. I've got 2 skimmers and about 8 or 10 roach, and the 2 are through back. So it's not looking too good for us at the minute. We need some late fish to compete, I think. So it's been a nice day though. We're not overfed anything. You can't be balling it in at this time of year. It's just been a few pinkies, few casters or dead maggots, depending on what I fancy putting in at the time. And I've been using a dead red maggot and a pinky, and that's what I've been getting my bites on. I put double dead red on and I didn't have a bite. Went back to dead red and a pinky and I got a bite. And that's all that's happened so far, so it ain't looking too good. We just need to keep his fingers crossed that we get a few decent pulls and a few decent fish in the last hour. So Martin assures me that they should come on. Is that right, Martin? So definitely, so we can blame him if we don't catch anything. so we are keeping his fingers crossed. We definitely need a bit more to compete, don't we? Definitely. Yeah. So, but it has fished hard. I don't know how it's fished anywhere else. I said I drew a flyer, but just had a little roach bite. Let's see if it's a roach. Oh, I might have missed it. Doesn't feel like it's on. Very tiny little taps they are. Semi-skimmed, missed that one, so... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, it's that small. I didn't even know it was on. Look at that. It's a mighty fish. Mighty. Right, I'll see if I can unhook this. Well, mind you, they've been unhooking themselves and dropping between the platform. So, over and out. Give you an update a little bit later.
Is big topping with 315. Well done, mate. Section 5 is Graham Dawes with 306. Well done, Graham. Well done, mate. And section 6 is John Turner with 212. Where is he? Right, in 5th place with a weight of £4 1 ounce. If anybody objects to this, then let me know. It's Graham Lewis. Well done, Lewis. 4.
Yeah, no.
There's the 50, you know. 50.
Cheers, buddy.
Well done, Graham.
Cheers, mate.
Graham, I want your picture.
Yeah, no worries.
In fourth is Kevin Hall with 409.
Well done, Kevin. Well done, mate.
Third is Lee Addett with 414.
Well done, Lee.
Second is Jamie Harrison with £6.
Well
done,
Jamie.
Jamie, don't go off, I need to get a picture of you as well. And winning it is Matt Bretherton with 910.
Oh, well done.
Well done, Matt. Well done, mate.
Shows you how to admire me all the time, that now. Alright, well done, lads. I'm going to sell a picture of the top three.
Thank you for your team for running.
Right, lovely fisher people. Oh, just adjust that. Here we go. Right, fisher people. It's the day after, so everything's all been weighed in. I think you saw the results and everything. It was a tough day at Carr Dam. And I pressed record right at the end when they weighed in. I pressed record on my phone and I did this. And for certain, it hadn't done it now, but for some reason it went onto photograph, so we've only got a useless photograph, so I don't know what happened. You could have seen all the fish that I caught. All those little, tiny little roach that the little pinkies were letting go of for me. And I think they had them around the neck like that. Smallest roach ever. I actually had more than, look, when I pulled my net out and put them in the weigh bag, I think there were more than 15. I stopped counting because they were pretty pointless counting them with them being so small. I think there were a few more. And I drew peg 79 as you all know. Said it was a flyer, but then afterwards when we stopped recording they said, but if they're not there you could quite easily not have a bite. So winter, you take your chance and you do your best. You can only do your best. But before I rabbit on, all in all I had a fabulous day. That is a lovely venue. The sun was out, it looked gorgeous over the other side where I think Jamie Harrison was on. Yeah, he was on peg 4. Sun on him all day. I never even saw him put his coat on. Me and Martin were absolutely, to my left, were absolutely freezing all day long. So, but it was a fabulous day. Got to chat with Jamie Harrison, lovely fella. Jamie, it's not true what they say about you. I think you're a lovely lad. I'm only messing. No, the top man is Jamie. Give me a little bit of advice if I need his help. On the YouTube channel and things like that. If it's problems he's come across, he's more than willing to help me out. So what a mighty man you are. Thank you very much. So as you all probably know, Jamie Harrison has qualified. He's won his zone with £6 something. So well done, Jamie. What a mighty fisherman you are. And Matt Bretherton, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's actually won the match with £9 something or other, can't remember, but he's caught all day on the method feed at 50 metres. Not caught all day, but he's caught some nice quality fish. I saw the picture that he took, and there was some nice bream in there. We've not seen any of those. And I've forgotten the name of the guy who came third. Can't remember his name. I'm sure you'll hear his name, heard his name on the presentation. But well done to the 3 qualifiers. What a set of mighty fishermen you are. Matt Bretherton, you was yesterday's mightiest fisherman. So well done, young man, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. So I hope you enjoy. Right, my match as it went, I decided on a 20-metre line. The guys who organised it, Dave and Jay, said don't dismiss the short line, it's still quite deep water there. I had a 6-second count, which I was quite happy with. On 20 metres it was just a little bit less, it was 5.5 seconds, and at 35 metres it was exactly the same. I threw the bum out a bit further, pretty much the same. There wasn't a lot in it, so it was all nice and clear on the bottom. I was happy with where we were going to fish. I've fished with a very small 20 gram, the smallest 20 gram guru feeder, I had a 1 metre hook length on that with 0.11 bottom and a 16 hook. The 0.11 does sound small, but the Preston line, it's mighty line, it's 3.6 pounds. So my idea was with that, with that, a longer tail, it's going to drop slower. Hopefully get 1 or 2 on the drop, or it's something that the fish can see. That was my theory behind it. It wasn't as clear, the water though, as I thought it was going to be. It was still a little bit cloudy or murky, as you can say. And on the 35 metre line I had a shorter hook length, a 50 centimetre hook length plus the boom, so probably about 60 centimetres, hoping to drop on better fish there. That was my theory. Whether it's right or wrong I don't know, but as you saw, the only thing I got, and I've got bites right from the off, there were little taps, little vibrations, just tiny little roach, and I had a couple of skimmers. I tried a bigger bait, no bites. So I tried double dead red, no bites. Single maggot, no bites. I tried worm, no bites. On both lines this is, alternating. When it dried up on the short line for 10 minutes, I tried the long line, nothing. I had to keep going in every sort of 20 minutes, so on the long line, half an hour, just to put a little bit of bait down there, see if any better fish had turned up. Changed to a window feeder out there to put a few more particles down and less ground bait. That didn't work either, so I just didn't have any. I think I had 2 indications on the long line. So that's pretty much how I kept the way I fished all day. And like I said, I have had plenty of bites. I've missed quite a few bites, but they have been those tiny little roach. And the combination yesterday for the bites was a single dead red and a pinky. Put 2 pinkies on. I got a couple of little indications, but it seemed to be a maggot and a pinky. I couldn't get any other fish by the... Oh, I had one little stripy one, a little perch, but it was just those little roach all day, and I ended up with 1 pound and 2 ounce. Doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't. It's not enough to qualify. But there was a section one yesterday with 3 ounces, so that's how tough it's fished. But the atmosphere of it all, I love the competitive side of it. I am competitive, I absolutely love it. I know I come across as a bit of an idiot at times. I won't say idiot, but I just enjoy myself, you know, I just love it. So the whole day, the whole thing, I just enjoyed the whole thing about it. It was fabulous. So I'll certainly be entering some. I've actually got a ticket for the Southfield Reservoir on the 21st of December. So I'll be having another go against plenty of other mighty fishermen. So that's it. That's the summary for yesterday. Like I say, I've done it today because it was too dark yesterday and the GoPros aren't the best for recording, you know, sat in the car when it's dark and with light on. So that was a summary for yesterday. Thoroughly enjoyed it all. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of video. I had a good crack with Martin on my left hand side. He was always going for a Jimmy Riddle every 5 minutes. I think it's a weak bladder or something. So you need to get that sorted, sunshine. So if you've enjoyed this video and you enjoy the video that I'm putting out there, don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free. Click the little bell notification and you'll get the videos as we upload them. So thank you very much for watching. We shall see you next time. And don't forget, fish on. Ta-ta for now. See you later.